This is The Spotlight, where we turn the spotlight on the arts. I'm Kevin Perry, your host for the show, and we have a very exciting show planned for you as we discuss Music in Our Schools Month. But before we do that, I want to tell you about two very important dates that will be happening starting on this Friday and Saturday and next Thursday and Friday. We have what we call our MPAs, our Music Performance Assessments, and this weekend it's for our high school bands, and that will take place at Sebastian River High School. Come and witness all of the wonderful bands from St. Lucie County as they perform for their MPAs. And next week in Vero Beach at Community Church on Thursday and Friday, we will see our chorus students in their MPAs. Now, what exactly is this MPA stuff that we talk about? And what exactly is Music in Our Schools Month? We're here to help us unravel all of the wonderful facts surrounding both of those events. Two dynamic music educators here in St. Lucie County. Joining us is Miss Christine Hill, who is the fantastic music and chorus teacher at Palm Point Educational Research School. Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Glad to be here. And Mr. Matthew Boswell, the dynamic band director at Fort Pierce Central High School. Mr. Boswell, welcome.
Good morning, Dr. Perry.
It is indeed a pleasure to have both of you here with us on the Spotlight. You have a wealth of knowledge and information that you can share with our viewing audience about the arts, the importance of the arts, the events that are taking place, and this thing that we talk about that we call Music in Our Schools Month. But first of all, because some of our viewing audience just may not know who you wonderful people are, would you please, Ms. Hill, just actually introduce yourself just a little, let us know a little bit about you.
Right, well, I'm Christine Hill. I've been in St. Lucie County. This actually is my 31st year. And I've been teaching music since I got here. Started at Floresta, then went to FK Suite there for 15 years. And then when they opened up Palm Point, I wanted to go and experience K-8. And so I decided to make a little change there, and now I'm teaching kindergarten through 4th grade, plus I have a middle school chorus.
Great. Welcome to the show, Ms. Hill.
Thank you.
Mr. Boswell?
Yes, I am from the area, and I've been at Fort Pierce Central High School as the band and chorus director for a while, and now just band for the past 5 years, and it's been a great place to start my career.
Ms. Hill, did you hear that for a while?
For a while, yes.
Yeah.
I love our choral people, but I'm very happy to have returned to my roots, yes.
Well, again, welcome both of you to the show. Now, you both play some very important roles to music education in our county. I'm kind of the front man, I guess, if I may use that term, but we have a wonderful wealth of music educators that are there where the rubber meets the road that help us get all of these other things done. Chris, talk about the little other things that you do to support music.
Okay. Well, I'm the teacher leader for elementary music, been doing that probably for 25 years, even before it was called that, because I felt there was a need to get the elementary music teachers together, have professional development just for them, so that they could learn things specific to what their everyday needs were. And so I've been doing that for quite a while. We have an all-county chorus coming up. That is a Music in Our Schools Month activity that we do, and so I coordinate that. So we're going to have about 150 elementary students coming for that. I've done lots of things for the district. I don't know how.
Professional development?
Yeah, I do offer professional development for the music educators, and sometimes at my schools to help classroom teachers make that connection with music in their classrooms as well. So those are just some of the things that I do within the school district.
And Mr. Boswell, I tag you a lot, so just fill us in a little bit more. Matt, do this.
Yeah. Band, how we tend to operate around here, and it's really great, is we work together. I'm frequently in classrooms across the district. I was at Northport K-8 yesterday. I've worked with Treasure Coast. I've worked with Southport Middle School, PSL. We, along with Mr. Laban and Mr. McGallagher, we do a really great job of helping each other and just providing that extra assistance when in time for MPA and contest season and other things. Just being another set of ears and another set of hands in the classroom is how I serve the district in many ways. And at times you call me to go, take care of this. I'm like, okay, I'll do that too.
Yeah, and you have some dynamic piano skills as well, and I think I had to call on you. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, last year for Music in Our Schools, I guess for a few years now, we always need someone to hit pitches on the piano for the choirs, and I
do more than hit
I
pitches.
do very much enjoy performing on the piano, so I do enjoy the opportunity to accompany the many fine students we have in the district.
Well, I want both of you to know that you help move music forward in the district, and not only am I pleased to have an opportunity to work with you, but I know that the things that you do really benefit students and music education and education period here in St. Lucie Public Schools. Now, as we think about music in our schools and the importance that we believe music is for every student, why is participating in music important for students? And we can just jump in.
Okay, well, I mean, I think it gets students, for one thing, students usually love music and any of the arts, and it gives them a motivation to be in school.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's so
that's
important.
a really important part of being in music and in the arts, but also the fact that it does help to develop brain skills that students are going to use in other areas, such as math and science and more. And with this Common Core coming up, they have more than a lot of the questions are 2-step, 3-step kind of questions. Music helps in developing that ability as well.
I think as students get older in the secondary school, in middle school, and especially in high school, working in an ensemble setting and working with your peers is just, it's an essential skill in the job market of today. And there really is nothing else in the school that requires students to be on the front lines, constantly at their best, working with a team, problem solving. Those are all skills that we value greatly in our society. And there really is nothing we do in the school better for that type of skill development than music, be it band, be it chorus, even the other arts, you know, dance, drama, the same team building, teamwork attitude, I think is just
Absolutely.
essential, and there's nothing better.
We're talking about this idea about music in our schools. Before I jump into some other questions, let's go back and pick up this Music in Our Schools month concept and idea. March is nationally known as Music in Our Schools Month. We actually call it MIOS around here. And who can tell us basically what the purpose is that surround Music in Our Schools Month?
Well, I remember when it became a national. That's how long I've been here. 1985. I'd been in the district, 1 year, and we got in our music magazines and everything, talked about music in our schools, and we're going to have a big national concert. And everybody would learn these songs, and then everybody would sing them at the same time, and it was called the world's largest concert. And so I, at Floresta, said, hey, that sounds like a fun thing to do. I think the importance of it was to get the message out that music is important. And that's why we went to doing our elementary all-county chorus as well, is to send the message that music is more than just playing an instrument or being in a rock band, but it's something that people can enjoy all their lives. And singing is one way that people can do it. That's an instrument you have all your life. You may not carry your clarinet or trumpet around with you, but you're always going to have your voice. And so that, I believe, was one of the main things of Music in Our Schools month and the world's largest concert, was to promote vocal music.
Yeah, it talks about the month being to raise awareness of the importance of music education. And I like the way they phrased it, because they said the importance of music education for all children.
Right.
And to remind citizens that all children, all students should have access to music. We know, is there a national observance? And what are we doing around St. Lucie Public geared toward Music in Our Schools Month?
Go ahead.
Well, there's the month is sponsored by the National Association for Music Education. I think there's concerts all around the country. I think the All-American Band and things like that meet during this month in some state somewhere. But here we tend to have our own little event. We did Music in Our Schools concert, which is the first week in April this year. I think it's the...
That's correct, 9th.
The 9th, the 6th, 7th, the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Great plug.
Great plug, yeah. It's going to be at the Fenn Center on the 9th, that Thursday night. We just basically get all of our students together and from all the schools, and work with some renowned clinicians from around the state to just give them the opportunity to make music together and to show off what our students are really capable of doing. You know, the good things. Too often we hear about things kids do that aren't great, but this is a really positive thing to showcase in the community.
And Mr. Boswell, since you mentioned that concert, how many groups will be performing that night?
Well, Miss Hill does the elementary school choir. There will be middle school choir, middle school band, high school choir, and high school band.
Now, Mr. Hill, Ms. Hill, I'm sorry, and Mr. Boswell, talk a little bit more about that event, because you have 5 different groups performing. How many songs are there for? How is it set up?
Well, on the elementary level, we'll take 3 of the songs from our all-county chorus, which is on March 18th, and will be shown on WLX after we get done, and it'll be
plug.
on. Yeah, it'll be on the TV, and it's going to be it's usually a great event. So we'll take 3 songs from that, and then work with those children again, and they will come together on that night and sing those songs. So the other area is the chorus, the middle school chorus and the high school chorus. Again, they will come together and actually learn a set of songs for that concert specifically, which is quite an accomplishment as well, because when they get together, and they've only been together probably for a day and a half, it's just wonderful to hear.
It's a testament to the ability of our students to approach a problem, which is we have a concert in 72 hours, and we need to perform 2 or 3 new pieces of music we've never seen. So that requires all the pre-planning, all those skills the teachers have had to teach ahead of time, so that when they walk in with that clinician, they're able to put on a show in such a short time frame.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for band, just extrapolated out, because there's so many more people and so many more instruments to deal with. It really is a testament to the strength of our students and to the strength of our teachers.
Teachers, yeah.
And then it happens in what we call a round robin kind of.
Exactly. Each group sings a song, and then it goes to the next group, and then all the way around until everybody gets to sing their entire group of songs or play their pieces.
What's really neat for me is in watching, especially the elementary music students, how they celebrate the success of the middle school and high school students, and how they look with awe about, wow, I'll be there soon. Do you
Yeah,
witness?
it's really great, because when I go there, then all these kids from the band and from the chorus come, Mrs. Hill, because I was their music teacher in elementary school. So that is wonderful to see them continue that on. So
This year's theme is actually a continuation of last year's national theme, and the theme is Music Makes Me. Now, I know that next week at our school board meeting, we will have a proclamation that will be read by Mr. John McGallagher.
Great.
John has actually been teaching music for 44 years,
Yeah.
and he's going to retire this year.
Oh, dear.
It's his swan song.
Yeah, it's his swan.
This
I
is
did it
great.
my way, yeah.
Yeah.
And many of our music teachers will be in the audience, because we have a very supportive school board when it comes to the relationship of the arts. You want to expand on that relationship and that support?
Well, a few years ago when we're facing, really, really severe budget cuts and trying to figure out as a district where we were going to go, what choices were we going to make, and that's always on the table, as it has been around the country and around the state, to make the choice to eliminate specials, eliminate the electives, the fluff, as some people would say, though I know we would never suggest
we would
that.
never say that.
But our school board took a really, really definitive stance that no, in St. Lucie County, we were not going to eliminate the arts, and that was not going to happen. So, and in fact, they've doubled their support. They've continued to provide the funding that we need, and have gone on record from the the district office on down that this is important, and that cannot be overstated. So we thank the school
We
board
sure
for their
do.
continued support, and we are so lucky to have people like them in a position of power.
And STEM came out, and our board has continued to say, well, it's STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts,
and mathematics.
mathematics. I always forget what the E is. But anyway, and they say it from their, I was going to say pulpit, but
The dais.
it's not their pulpit. Well, it's their bully pulpit. But yeah, they say it almost every time when it comes up. And of course, I love the fact that the school board has students coming and performing not just music, but dance and drama. And also the honor that they give those kids now, where they come down and sit and actually watch them as part of the audience, has just made a big difference. Include them, interview some of the students about what music means to them or what being a part of the dance troupe was. I really I have to commend the board for that as well.
Yeah, I too totally agree with you because our board publicly states and their support of not just music but all of the
All
arts.
the arts.
And they have made them a very important part of the curriculum. Most of us know about the No Child Left Behind law. Well, when you look at No Child Left Behind, No Child Left Behind says that the arts are core academic subjects.
Right.
So they rank the arts, music, art, dance, and drama,
Right.
right up there with the language arts, social studies, science, and math.
Yes.
When many of us want to think they're extracurricular, they're really curricular, period.
Absolutely.
So they should have the same kind of prominence is what the law says. Not Kevin, what the
Yeah,
law,
what the law
says.
says. Right.
Ms. Hill, especially in elementary school, we see a lot of things happening during the month of March. What other activities do we recommend that teachers or music teachers implement on their campus to help everybody get involved in
Well,
music celebration?
I know that a lot of people have special bulletin boards during the month. They have special contests going, like a composer of the month, and ask questions and the students can answer it and then pick a class that gets the most answers correct. I think some schools might have open house. I have an open house, but I do it in October so that parents can come and see what's going on in my classroom. But inviting parents into your classroom, I think, is a really good way to get the message out as to what we do, because I think, unfortunately, a lot of people think what we do in elementary music is we turn on a record. Well, now I'm dating myself, a CD or an MP3, and just let the kids go. You know, we just sing that way. But no, in elementary school, we're really making music and giving those students the foundation they need to be in middle school chorus and band.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of people are also going to have door decorating contests.
Yes, absolutely.
And another important thing is that many will write their legislature to make sure that they continue to press the importance of music. So we invite our public, our viewing audience to do the same.
Yeah.
If you enjoy music, art, dance, drama, the theater, the symphony, please make sure our legislators know. Please make sure also that our school board knows that you appreciate how much they value the arts. Now, tell me, because music is valued so much, why do you think, or how should music fit into the standard curriculum in the state of Florida?
Well, as it stands, students are required to earn a fine arts credit to graduate from high school. Now, some districts get around that by literature courses and other tricks in the book, but here we do require students to take something in the fine arts, be it, you know, in art class, you know, ceramics, drawing and painting, theater, a chorus band. But in certain schools, like mine included, we offer guitar, we offer piano, other ways to get students involved. You know, some kids don't feel like being in the organized music environment is the thing for them, being in choir, you know, singing real classical heavy literature. But it's really great that, at least at my school, and I know at some others, they're trying to find other ways to involve more students. My colleague, Miss Arnold, our choir teacher, teaches guitar. I was in there this morning, and there's a room full of kids playing guitar, learning how to play that style of music. And that's just great, because music is for everybody.
And in the elementary school, we have ORF instruments, we have recorders.
Right. Yeah, and ukuleles are used quite and becoming very, very popular. So what we do is actually let the kids make music. The ORF philosophy has students actually making music before they know what a whole note, quarter note, half note is. Around literature, we use it with language, poetry, those types of things, and the students are able to make music right away. And then later on, we teach them what they were actually doing, and then they can put the language with it. Just like we learn to speak as kids, we get a lot of experience in talking before we actually get the written page before.
Correct.
So our philosophy is a lot like that.
You both are strong advocates for music, for the arts. What would you say to our constituents, our colleagues, our public about advocating for the arts?
Well, one thing you've already said is I really think we need to let the legislators know how important the arts are. So when the governor who wants to put more money into education, that some of that could go towards the arts and be used for the arts. So writing our legislators, supporting those programs at the local schools, coming to see those programs and writing editorials, coming to the school board, those kinds of things, just being out there and supporting those programs that are in their local schools.
Let me give both of you a chance to answer this next question. In the line of work that we do, we deal a lot with parents. What would you say to a parent to entice that parent to make sure that their child is involved in some aspect of the arts?
I would go back to my argument that there's no better training for the real world, for learning how to be responsible, to take care of your business, to manage a schedule, to be a leader than performing arts. You know, people think of athletics. Athletics is great, but on athletics there's a bench. You know, if you're not good enough today, there's a very good chance you're going to be sitting there and you're not going to get the chance to participate to the fullest. There is no bench in band. There is no bench in choir. You know, if you're on that stage, you are performing. You are responsible for your performance. 100%. There's no way around it. Because, you know, to ruin, I hate to use that word, but to make a band play less or a choir sing well, it only takes one person to really harm the group as a whole. And that's a lot of pressure to put on kids, but let's be real, that's the real world we live in. You are expected to perform every single day in your position, whatever it is. So I would encourage parents that if you want your kids to develop those skills, that's the experience they need to be in.
Great.
Well, I would continue with that as well. The studies show that students who are involved in the arts are 90% more likely to graduate from high school, are 93.9% more likely to come to school, and that's half the battle, is getting them to school. Those students who are not, the graduation's about 72-73%, and their attendance to school is about 85%. So I think that really motivates students to be there and allows them to get that their creative juices going, so to speak.
Now, I love it when you both come on the show because time just flies by fast. We're going to need an hour for this spotlight show. Is there something about music or about music in our schools that I have not asked that you want to make sure that I get out to our viewing audience before I go to my final couple of questions?
I think the arts are important, and we need community support. We need your kids. We need your help to make this county and these schools be real leaders in the art community. We have the talent, we have the means. We just need your support.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. And even though we have the kids in school, it does take the parents to support that program so that they can support their students in that and encourage them to be a part of a program in their school.
And don't let there be an excuse to that. There's no reason why your child cannot be in the arts.
Exactly.
There is always a way. No one can say no to you. So if you want your kids to have that experience, go fight for it.
Excellent. Ooh,
Okay.
Good one.
I'm going to push you to answer these last few questions in the time that we have allotted, okay?
Gotcha. Well, we're up to the
Is this
task.
the lightning round?
Yeah, lightning round. That's exactly what it is. We can sit up here and advocate for the arts, and people wonder, well, who is he? Why is he? Why does he think that? Why does she think that? Tell me, why did you study music?
Well, I loved music from a very young child. I took piano lessons. I was in band. I actually was a band person.
Yay!
But my heart was in vocal. I'm a vocalist as well. That was my major. I sang in church as a child. I sang in all my choirs. And in my high school, I had an opportunity to be in everything because it was a smaller high school. So I didn't have to choose. I was in band. I was in, we called it dance band then, but jazz band. I was the vocalist in there. I was in honors choir. I did everything. And it just was such a part of my life that it kept me out of trouble too.
Okay.
Very similar for me. I did everything. I was a band kid. I was a drama kid in high school. And I was fortunate, as I'm sure you were, to have some absolutely phenomenal music educators in your past, both privately and in school. And I can, one particular moment for me, when I was in 11th grade, I worked, we had a saxophone ensemble. I'm a saxophonist playing a Toccata and Fugue in D minor by Bach for solo ensemble. And I was in charge. I played soprano saxophone, and I was, divvying up the parts and rehearsing this group. And I just remember my high school band director coming at Mr. Roman at Martin County, who's now retired.
Awesome, Robbie.
Yeah. He said, you're really good at this. I was okay, that's not going to work. You can't play it that way. Do this. That's not going to work. Do this. Even at a young age, 11th grade, I was making band director decisions.
Yeah.
So, and I'm apparently good at it.
And look at you now.
Yeah.
So it just kept going. And I'm here.
You tell me what to do, boss. Yes, sir. Okay, let's move quickly, okay? What lessons have you learned as a music educator?
I learned to be more compassionate with students, knowing that what they have to deal with every day may be things that I don't know, so I have to be compassionate.
I would agree. There's always, when there's a will, there's a way. Despite the obstacles in front of you, you can find a way to make it work.
Okay, here's the lightning round. What's your greatest joy as a music educator?
Watching my students perform and just hit the nail on the head.
Absolutely. There's nothing different than standing in front of your kids and ready, go.
Yeah, when
it just
And it all
clicks.
comes
It's
together.
like,
It's just
yes.
like on the A team, I love it when the plan comes together. I'm there with you. Now, here's one that's going to stretch you a little bit. What's the song in your heart? What's the song in your heart?
That's a day-to-day thing.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. It just depends on what's going on,
I do have an answer.
Okay.
Mr. Robin was at work in my kids. He gave me a CD of Fillmore marches, Henry Fillmore, very famous march composer. And I spent my car ride home last Friday listening to an entire CD of Fillmore marches, and there was nothing. I could not express the joy I felt to go through that. So over the weekend, I guess that's what's playing in me right now: a well-played concert band march.
Okay, here we go. This is Music in Our Schools Month, and nationally there is a theme. The theme again this year is Music Makes Me. How would you answer that question or finish that statement? Music makes me
happy. I have to say, I am getting close to the end of my career. People are saying, when are you going to retire? I'm
not asking that question.
Yeah, I know. I can't imagine not doing what I'm doing. It is me.
Yeah.
It's everything to
There
me.
is no finish. That music makes me, period.
That's it.
Without this, I am nothing.
Yeah.
It's such a joy to have both of you here on the Spotlight, where we turn the spotlight on the arts, because as dynamic as you are as music educators, you understand the very importance of the arts to all of our students and the wonderful work that we do here in St. Louis City Public Schools, and we are so privileged to work in a district that actually supports all of the work. The research tells us that the human brain is hardwired for music. There's biological basis for music being an important part of the human experience. In addition, music and the arts surround daily life in our present day culture, and education without the fine arts is fundamentally impoverished and subsequently leads to an impoverished society. I'm so glad that we don't have to worry about living in an impoverished society because we're filled with the arts. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this edition here of the Spotlight, where we turn the spotlight on the arts. We want to thank this awesome crew here at our studios for helping make this show a success each and every month. Thank you for joining us here, and we'll see you next month here on the Spotlight, where we turn the spotlight on the arts.